Hello everybody, how are you today? I hope you're all well and feeling positive. In this video I would like to talk about pastel paper and which one to choose. So for this reason I chose 6 different pastel papers and I have done the same kind of style techniques on each to see the difference between them. You will see it shortly on the video whatever's doing, and out of 6 I chose 4. So these 4 papers I'm going to be using to draw the same picture to see how different the results will be depending on hopefully it will help you to choose the right paper for your artwork in the future. So stay with me if you are interested in this, and hopefully you will enjoy the video. Thank you. The first paper I would like to talk about is Hahnemuhle Velour paper, and this is beautiful paper with very nice soft velvety touch. You can achieve beautiful transition and blending on this paper. Soft pastel works perfectly on it. Have to be a bit more careful with hard pastel and pastel pencils so you do not damage the surface. Maybe not so easy to work with the small details, but still you can achieve great results. Pan pastels and pastel in general, it wouldn't give you the brightest color, but will give you very beautiful, soft, gentle color on this paper. The next paper is Team Fisher 400. Brilliant paper, will take lots of layers of pastel. You can create beautiful details on this paper, and the colors are rich and vibrant. And the thing is about this paper, you have to be careful because it's almost like a fine sandpaper, so when you do blending with your fingers you have to be careful. Next one would be a Clairefontaine Pastelmat paper, which is lovely paper. You can achieve great, rich, vibrant colors on this paper and works well with soft, hard pastel, pastel pencils and normal pencil as well. Can achieve beautiful transition and blending, and also work perfectly for the detail painting with small, fine details. And as I said, will take lots of layers and can create beautiful effects. Okay, the next one is Daler Rowney paper, which is typical really pastel paper for drawings. You can see the texture through the pastel. This paper will take few layers of pastels, but not too many. It has got great blending options, and probably not the best for smaller details because it's quite like obvious texture. The colors all right, vibrant, but if you start smudging them, they kind of losing the vibrancy. Right, at the end I put 2 papers together because they are very similar. It's Art Spectrum Color Fix paper and Canson Me Tainters paper. Unfortunately, when you draw on this paper, there are lots of pastel dust comes off, and your pastels and pastel pencils are like kind of going quite quickly. So you can do the full coverage, but you still can see the texture through the pastel on this paper. It's probably not the best for the finer details. When you blend colors on this paper, I also noticed that it gets a kind of muddy look quite quickly. The vibrancy of the color is alright. So now, after trying my pastels on different types of papers, I decided to choose 4 papers to try my drawing, an actual proper drawing on them, to see how it will look like. And the papers I chose you can see on your screen now. Right now, and the first pastel paper I'm using is Hahnemuhle Velour. So I was thinking, what should I draw on all these pastel papers? And I decided to go for something like, with lots of details and lots of colors. And well, I chose to draw a parrot. So with Hahnemuhle Velour paper, I never actually worked on it before, and it's incredible. I mean, the feel is so soft. It's almost like you're working on a material, and the pastel laying so softly and gently. It's creating a very nice, if I could say, maybe romantic look. I can't say you can really achieve a really big vibrant color in it, but it's beautiful. It's blending lovely, and you do need to work while you're blending, because kind of not every stroke will blend similar. So but you can see what I have achieved with this paper, and as you see, the structure of this paper, as I said, it's velvety. It's almost like a material. Lovely paper, lovely look. So the next one paper I'm using is Daler Rowney, and in this paper, it's as I said, it's a typical pastel paper. It's one of the most common what people would use for pastel drawings. It has got like this texture to it where pastel can stay, it's good grip for the pastel, but it wouldn't give you the full coverage. And as I said before, you can only produce a drawing on this paper. Since you cannot cover the whole surface, you still will see the paper through your pastel. So yeah, I hardly ever work with this paper nowadays, but I just decided to try it, and it has got some really nice blending to it, and I think if you work more with this, and you can probably achieve quite interesting results. So you can see now what I have achieved, and you see that what I meant, the structure you can see through this paper structure of the paper. And yeah, details not this easy. So the next one is Tim Fisher paper. Tim Fisher 400 is the one which I was working with for quite a long time, and I fell in love with this paper the first time I started to work with it. So now I don't work with this too much, but I still do occasionally. So you can achieve really beautiful rich color on this paper, and it will take few layers, and it's amazing. Like I don't know, it's probably one of the best in layers taking paper, I would say. So details, you can work with details, fine details. It will take all pencils, even just colored pencils, lovely, and it blends really beautifully. So be careful with fingers. As I said before, it's quite rough surface. So also to mention, in this tutorial, I'm not trying to work in exact and precisely and absolutely perfect. It is still just a tutorial, and I'm trying to create a good achieve a good results to see how it really will work with the papers. And this is the results from Fisher 400. You can see it's quite bright, you can see details quite well, and yeah, it's a lovely paper to work with. So my last paper is Clairefontaine Pastelmat, and that's another paper which I fell in love with, and this is actually the paper which I'm working now with on a regular basis. I think I prefer this paper more. It's fantastic as well. It has got beautiful grip, and it's for your fingers, it's not as rough, and can achieve beautiful blending, beautiful details on this paper. Since Tim Fisher and this paper seems got quite a lot of similar qualities from what I noticed, but there is a difference to it, and just try to explain it. I don't know. It's in blending. I think the main difference between Fisher 400 and this paper is the way it blends, blending the color. I think on Clairefontaine Pastelmat, the colors blending more cleaner, if to say it this way. Yeah, you will see the difference. You will see the difference in the pictures between Fisher 400 and this one, for example. And to be honest, I prefer the look from Clairefontaine Pastelmat rather than the Fisher 400. But in both of these pictures, or both of these papers, you can achieve marvelous results. Right, and almost done with my last picture of parrot. And here we are. You see how detailed it is. And to be honest, I didn't work too long and too precise, but still you can achieve great results. Right, now we've got all 4 pictures on the screen. And the first one I've done was drawing on Hahnemuhle Velour paper. The second one was on Daler Rowney paper. The third drawing was on Tim Fisher 400 paper. And the last final drawing was on Clairefontaine Pastelmat paper. My personal preferences are Hahnemuhle Velour paper and also Clairefontaine Pastelmat. And what about you? Which paper do you prefer? Okay, thank you for watching and I hope this video was helpful. Bye!